Well, we've got some rumors that I want to address. Some Animal Crossing rumors. Animal Crossing is what I think is going to be the big game at E3 this summer. So looking forward to June and maybe seeing lots of Animal Crossing stuff there. But there are some rumors uh, from a Twitter user who's named John Cabrera, who has released a whole bunch of rumors about Animal Crossing. Now, I don't know this person; they could just be making this stuff up, and if they are, then what's your problem, man? But if they're not, it's kind of interesting stuff. So here are the details that have been listed, and I'm getting this from Nintendo Soup. It says here, create actual paths. So I'm not really sure what that means for creating paths. Now, usually in the game or in Animal Crossing, or at least for me, because the only one I've ever played is New Leaf, they have like these paths that you can take automatically, or not take automatically, but the game automatically adds in like these little roads that lead you from one place to the next, but you're not like limited to take those paths. So the idea of creating paths, I don't really get what it means. It might just be some kind of customization. Then we've got no loading screens. Now that's actually pretty awesome. Loading screens really slow down the gameplay of a game which is admittedly an extremely slow game. Um, that being said, no loading screens, like being able to go in and out of a building like a snap, that would be fantastic. I hope that this also applies to like the online play, because whenever you played New Leaf and you were like, my son and I would sit down on the couch and we would say, hey, let's we'll go over to your place and we can trade fruit so that you can sell stuff or whatever. Whenever we would sit down and play that together, like first off you have to go up to the gate and then you have to open the gate, and then it says, are you sure you want to open the gate? And you're like, yes, let's open the gate. And it's like, are you really sure you want to open the gate? People might be able to come into your area. And you're like, yes, please open the gate. Okay, we're glad that you said please, but one more time, can you please say open the gate? And so you say yes, open the gate, and then finally the gate opens. And then the other person is like, do you want to go over to this place? Are you sure? They've got a gate open. I don't know if that's such a good idea. And finally you go through and it's loading screen and it takes forever, and sometimes you're sitting there, you're like, did it break? I'm not sure if it's working. And then finally it comes in and you're playing in the same world. What a hassle. So I really hope that all that kind of crap is taken care of, because that always drove me crazy. Also on here, you supposedly you can choose your town type. So you can choose how big your town is going to be. Um, is it going to be an island or a desert or things like that? I think that most likely, that this is so weird because again, the only one that I've played is New Leaf, and at New Leaf you've got like at the top of the world you've got like the city where you go and you can buy stuff and go into places like buildings and stuff, and then you've got the rest which has like a coastline. And I feel like it would be really strange to not have that city stuff at the top, but that's somebody who's only played one Animal Crossing game, so I don't know what to say about that. The idea of it being like an island or the desert, I think that's kind of cool. But if it's the desert, then how can you do fishing and stuff like that? So I'm not sure about that. It also says over 100 new animals, including new species like bats. You can move things in your house with guests over. I never really noticed that you couldn't do that, but I guess you weren't able to move things if you had a friend over. New clothing, of course. New types of fish and bugs. There's a flea market to make the return. If you didn't know about this, there was a way for you to sell stuff, which is fine. Um, it says, I'm hearing that the game runs at a solid 60 frames per second in handheld. Now that's cool. That's not a huge surprise. Nintendo has been pretty good about what they've done with frame rate with the Nintendo Switch. You know, outside of Zelda, which is a port of a Wii U game, you know, the other games run really well. Look at Super Mario Odyssey. What a gorgeous game that runs beautifully both in handheld mode and in docked mode. This is the part that I'm really excited about. This next part, 8-player online multiplayer with only Nintendo Online. You can play without online services, but will only allow up to 2 players. Now, I'm skeptical of this. I think it would be fantastic to have 8-player online multiplayer, but I don't see Nintendo letting anybody play online without having Nintendo Online. Now, that being said, I can see Nintendo allowing you to play without going onto the servers, just locally. So, like your Switch and my Switch just connect together without going on the Wi-Fi, without going out onto the internet, so we don't have to worry about that. I think that's probably what they mean. So you can play that way, but that's not actually online. I just want to, split hairs there. Split screen co-op with 2 Joy-Cons is possible. It would be just amazing. I think my Switch would probably never leave the dock that I have in the on the bedroom TV. My wife and I would probably stop watching TV shows when we go to bed and sit down and play Animal Crossing together, split screen. Oh my god, that would be so damn cool. Different town layers make a return. I don't know what that means. Feel free to write in or call in and let me know. Amiibo support, cool. I don't care. Windows will no longer be flat textures from indoors. Oh, so you'll be able to see outside of your house. I got that. Fully rotational camera inside and outdoors, and an overhauled friendship system. The fully rotational camera would be really strange. Like, that's something that we've not seen in an Animal Crossing game as far as I know. It's always been like a fixed position, almost like a top-down kind of thing. I think that if this stuff is true, like, wow, this is huge news. And Animal Crossing is going to be a massive juggernaut if this stuff is true. So why don't you guys let me know what you think of this Animal Crossing news? And I will thank Aurora Peachy for rating me. I'm doing this live over on Twitch, and Aurora Peachy, one of my favorite streamers that there is, she just rated with a whole bunch of people. If you haven't already checked out her stuff, go to twitch.tv/Aurora_Peachy. That is AURORA_PEACHY. She's always super friendly and nice and has a fantastic community to hang out with. So make sure that you guys head on over there.